What's going on, guys? It has begun. I did mention the other day, which was about Dr. Disrespect potentially being, somebody that was texting underage people, minors. Now, I always say, and I will still die on this hill, wait till all the information's out, make sure all the facts are out there, and make sure you see somebody is guilty of what they did. Fortunately, he wasn't guilty of a quote-unquote crime, and I covered this. A form of grooming, which I'm not saying he did directly because we don't have that much knowledge of that. We have the base stuff, and I'll cover that here in just a minute. But basically, grooming, which I mentioned, is not a criminal offense in the U.S. Not that I know of, not that I can find. So, like I said in my video, if you didn't watch it, watch the previous and kind of get caught up on the situation at hand before the current events just happened. But basically, it's pretty much proves what I said to a degree. Now, I didn't... Obviously, I told you so, got all the details right. No, but I had a conspiracy that there's an NDA signed. There's no proof of that just yet, but the way he words it almost seems like there was, and somebody else broke it, so he's able to speak on it now. So I assume that had been the NDA. Second, the stuff that he was being investigated for was for criminal activity, and he didn't commit a crime. Skirting the line of what's appropriate, and then to top it off, being morally wrong to even skirt that line. And like I said, it was apparently, potentially, and allegedly, we got to be careful on this, that he still was trying to basically cheat on his wife again. Like I said, some of this stuff I already spoke about, and I kind of got right. And at this point in time, it pretty much just shows you got to be careful who you look up to, 100%. Please do not put your whole heart into people, because the only person getting hurt is you. They want to pretend like they're hurt because, to be honest, I always say it like this, people are never really sorry when they do wrong. They're just sorry they got caught. They never really care. At least in my opinion, or in my experience in life, people that do bad do not give a shit about anybody else. The only thing that bothers them is when they get caught. That's when they're embarrassed. That's the only reason why they feel the emotion they do is embarrassment. Now, I'm not going to give you the whole tweet. If you wish to look it up, please do. But I'm going to kind of skim through some of it. Now, basically, in a lot of this, he just kind of begins it off by saying, he's a guy that just has no filter. He's going to say exactly what he wants to say, and he's going to apologize to everybody, the community, and all the people close to him, this, that, and the other. Another thing, the team that he was a part of basically came to an agreement. They all came to an agreement, as he says, and that was that he needed to step down, which doesn't seem right. But here's the part, I will read this paragraph just to kind of get it verbatim. Were there Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. Were there real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not. These were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes leaned too much in the direction of being inappropriate. But nothing more, nothing illegal happened, no pictures were shared, no crimes were committed. I never even met the individual. I went through a lengthy arbitration regarding a civil dispute with Twitch, and that case was resolved by a settlement. Let me be clear, it was not a criminal case against me, and no criminal charges were ever been or have ever been brought against me. Now, that just seems really obscure to even state, because here's the thing, you want to define that it wasn't a criminal thing, that there was no crime committed, you were not charged. Well, that's fine, but what you did was wrong. And the fact that you kind of skirt the line and you accepted that it was okay to kind of morally be wrong, and then you went with it. I don't get it. I don't see the point where any of this could be justified. I know a lot of his fans are going to be okay with this. And also, a little side note, I did check his social blade. He's starting to decline. He hit 10,000 loss like today. So it is starting to affect his career. If he leaves, he's going to have to leave for a while. And he's got a lot of subs. It's nothing to gawk at. I mean, the dude's still sitting at 4.7. He is definitely still got a long way to quote-unquote lose if he was to lose his entire fan base. I don't think he's going to lose everything. I think he's going to have a significant drop. He will come back at some point, I'm pretty sure, because everybody's going to defend the fact that he had no charges. That's the thing to take away from this, is he is throwing out no charges were put against him. Literally, he came out scot-free, essentially, which, word of mouth at this point is going to change that. Now, from a moral standpoint, I take absolute responsibility. I should have never entertained these conversations to begin with. Yeah, no shit. That's on me. That's on me as an adult, a husband, a father. It should have never happened. I get it. I'm not perfect, and I will effing own my own shit. This was stupid. Now he goes on to say, basically, with everything being said, he is not a PDF. That he's not a predator. He doesn't go after people. That's a different level of disgust that I effing hate even hearing about. Don't label me as the worst of the worst with your exaggerations. Which kind of, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. That kind of sounds like it's a thing. But I think I've said what I needed to say regarding the ban itself. That's it. That's why Twitch made a decision in 2020. Now, he goes on to apologize some more, and he likes to say, but trust me when I say this, to all my haters that live and breathe social media with zero real-life experience, I don't care about you. Now, he goes on to say he will pretty much never be gone. He's going to come back. He's going on an extended vacation, basically scot-free, because, you know, he got away with it, essentially. Now, the details are still unknown exactly what transpired. We just know that he talked to a minor. It did get a little risque, and that's his words. Well, he didn't say risque, but you get what I'm saying. Basically, he does admit that he did go too far with the minor, and he never, you know, nothing got physical. He never met with the person. So that much is true. But still, the fact that he was able to let this lead up to that point, he never said that she lied about her age. That's another thing. I was hoping, at the bare minimum, somebody lied about their age. At least then you would have some form of excuse. But you never admitted that, so therefore I'm going off of what you have not admitted to or even brought up. You knew, and you were okay with that. You had to have been. And if the age never came into question, then you would have said that too. But, yet again, you never stated that. Dr. Disrespect is a very, very high-regarded YouTuber. He's a huge Call of Duty streamer. I know plenty of people that watch him, and they constantly go, hey, you do content. Look at this. Look, you think you could do something like he does? No, he's a gimmick, and I don't mean that in a bad way. His gimmick was being super outrageous, the outfit, everything. And for a guy that said he never lies, he sure as hell did not want to tell the truth. I think it's ridiculous to say that you can defend this to whatever degree because he never committed a crime. Well, that doesn't mean anything. There's a lot of people on To Catch a Predator that never got arrested because they technically didn't, you know, commit a crime. Their intentions were still there. And whether or not he wants to admit the intentions were there, I am going to go ahead and say, in my opinion, they were there, that his intentions were foul. Now, I'm not saying this is concrete. I'm not trying to accuse him. I'm merely stating the things that he said, and yes, I'm making my own opinion through that. This is the thing that I told everybody in my last video about him, to please formulate your own opinion based off the facts and the evidence presented to you. Whether or not it's real or not, at least look into it and formulate your own opinion. If everybody was already on the witch hunt because of just what that guy said on his tweet, fine, I get it. But you should have looked into it before it happened. Now that he's openly, you know, admitted to it for the most part, you can definitely dislike him. And yeah, I'm one of those people that I will not ever back anything he says up. And if he comes back, I mean, that's going to be one uphill battle. That is going to be hell on water trying to get through that. The settlement that he's saying is kind of confusing because it seems like the only people that got a settlement out of it was him and not anybody else. Twitch did not even just fire him and say, you know what? No, you screwed up. No pay. No pay. You don't get a payout because you didn't finish your contract. No, they paid his contract out and went ahead and let him retire early. I think that's a little disingenuous. Now he's stuck on YouTube, and YouTube may not do anything because obviously no crime was committed. He said that about 1 billion times. I'm pretty sure we all know no crime was committed because he never had the chance to do it because somehow it got caught up and was found out before it happened. But yes, guys, in summary, he did it. But yeah, that's about all I got to say. Y'all have a good one.